Rata.
Aye, that's it.
Episode 8, Season 1 of Mayans MC. We kick off this episode with Easy. He's reading through Felipe's papers and he's basically getting a flashback here. We get numerous flashbacks in this episode, but it's something to do with her saying that it wasn't your fault, Easy. What is she referring to? They're on the roof, they see a rat, and basically that's the theme of this episode. Rat. But who's the rat?
Don't know, Easy?
Well, that's kind of what we're going for here. But yeah, Felipe then decides to visit the bishop. That's not Bishop, that's the bishop. The bishop who seems more over than Bishop, the club fucking president. He basically goes to tell him, I've landed you in the shit, mate. Adley is coming for you. If I were you, I'd get the fuck out of town.
Is that what he says?
Pretty much, yeah. Well, kinda. Speaking of confessions, meanwhile though, Easy visits Coco, who's trying to get rid of his mother's body.
Aye, he goes, oh, that's tough, man, you know. And,
it's like, oh, this must be bringing some serious PTSD shit for you, I say.
Oh, sorry, yes. Oh, yeah, flashbacks. And he's like, nah, it doesn't matter. I think Coco goes on to give some shitey gay speech about how everything happens for a reason. And that him killing his mum it's for a good reason there. Which
see, people are willing to believe this until something bad happens. They're like, why me? Why me? You know what I mean? Coco, so does everything happen for a reason in season 3 when you start shooting yourself up? You stupid prick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyway, though, meanwhile, Emily basically admits that Cristobal
That just made zero sense. It's when people are going through hard times, that's when they say everything happens for a reason.
It works for...
Nah.
They also say it for good things.
Nah.
Yeah, they do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, they do.
Aye, okay.
Yeah, they do.
No, I don't.
Alright, no, they don't then. No, they don't. But basically, Emily admits to Cristobal being kidnapped, and then they're like, oh, well, so you failure to report a kidnapping. And soon, in this episode, we will see Cristobal filled to the... filled to the rafters with shite.
Filled with Felipe sandwich coming at his arse. Woo! A diaper full of fucking Felipe Reyes.
That's pretty much it.
Wrap that one up, you prick.
But before we get there, we do get interrogations with Galindo and Emily. We get... Potter's the man here, and he carried this episode.
Honest to God, though, see if I ever had to... See if, like, I was ever going to rewatch the Mayans back, I think I would just skip it, season 1.
Yeah, it's like so fucking irrelevant.
It's
like,
just not that
see,
fucking
going into
exciting.
season 3, what is majorly... Well, season 4, what is majorly important about season 1? But Alvarez stepping down, Happy probably being revealed as the killer.
I just realised we didn't even... See, in the last episode, when we reviewed it, we didn't even talk about Riz getting out this fucking tunnel at the end. In the club, seeing him.
Well, there we go, guys. The club, he was already out. We talked about the fact that he was fucked.
Well, let's talk about it here now then, right? So, they have the meeting last time out, Angel grassed on him. They have the meeting this time. They say that there's an offer on the table that Riz retains his full cut and privileges, but he loses his office. Riz kind of looks around as if he's not happy with that and walks out.
I think he's got a fucking valid point.
I think he's got a valid point, but at the same time, the fact that they're having a meeting about it, I mean, what was he expecting? He's still getting to keep his patch, like, I mean...
No, like, it's understandable to the degree that they're going to take 1% off the tunnels, because, like, that affected them in a way, like, if they were caught. But the whole, we're taking 1% now off the brothel.
Yep, so...
Why is that fucking right?
Riz is like, it's not even my money. Then... Fucking.
That would have been like Jackson season 5 going to Nero. Oh, we're taking 10% off your fucking deal, sir. Before making a deal with him.
Yep. Then Hank goes, "Here we step on that shit, and it's no one's money."
Hank acting the big man. Know what Riz like bottles it that 2 episodes ago. Chucky fucking basically tells the sergeant and president, "Go fuck yourself."
You know, so it's a bit lame, like, you know, that they're basically saying, well, here, we're willing to fucking shut down that place unless you get a bit of a cut. It's a bit lame, like, a bit pathetic if you ask me.
Definitely is. Meanwhile, though, Agent Jimenez, the cousin of Easy, he discovers that Galindo has in fact been arrested and he is now in the big headquarters, and he kind of puts 2 and 2 together here that if he's there arrested, obviously because the other thing got dropped at the border, Easy's deal could be up in smoke, couldn't it?
Could be up in smoke, big time.
Big time. But I liked about this, so basically Potter goes into like a 10-minute story about season 4 of Sons and the whole transition of how Miguel's dad get took over by like the CIA, that whole deal.
This kind of stuff's good.
Yeah, because like obviously Potter kind of just disappeared in Sons, but that made sense. And I like seeing his actual like input on it. Obviously, his last scene is where Roosevelt goes, "You're really a dude."
Yep.
That's pretty much it. That kind of sums him up.
But now we're seeing, more
Yeah.
from Potter, which is good because Potter's a good character.
God damn right. But
Big
I
fan of
like
Potter.
this explanation. I like backstory. I like a bit of development. And I like flashbacks and shit like that. So it was a very neatly packaged thing. Meanwhile, though, Potter, he's getting a bit more feisty, though. He's like leveraging deals left, right, and centre. He basically whips out the iPad, hands it over to Emily, and what do we see? Cristobal covered in shite.
Just about covered in a big full nappy of Felipe Reyes dog shite.
And the way he delivered it was fucking brilliant. Oh,
The social services have had pay cuts lately.
brilliant, man. This is exactly what you're on about. And then she's obviously shitting herself, pun intended, about what's going on. And then it looks like, oh, is she going to rat? Because he basically says, oh, you.
Potter's great. I mean, even though he plays a villain, it's like he's a likable villain. I think he's
Yeah, like,
to an extent.
see, like, are we in any way supposed to feel sympathetic for Miguel or Emily? Like, what are they?
Like, I'm not saying morally Potter's great. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
he will pretty much step on people to get what he wants. But I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, like, is he any worse than fucking Clinton? I wouldn't say so.
I know, but seeing people and Sons got arrested and they were getting pressed, like, I guess you felt like, oh fuck, I hate them, I feel sorry. Like, see when like Potter with Juice and shit, you felt sorry for Juice even though he was a rat. Here with Miguel and Emily, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, fuck them. You shouldn't be like that. Or is that a bit of bias towards?
I think it's fucking shit. I mean, all these people. I mean, they're all killers, aren't they? I mean,
I know, but you didn't want Sons when people got arrested. You wanted them off. You didn't for reasons or throw away the key. I don't care. No, or when people got arrested, you were like, oh, happy days.
I think they're all fucking murderers at the end of the day, aren't they? Like, I mean,
All right, well, fuck, that's all right. It's out the window, isn't it? That's it gone. That's it fucking gone. But then we get the big confrontation. Agent Jimenez walks in. He talks to the guy who kind of looks like Kevin Hart, but kind of doesn't look like Kevin Hart at the same time. Potter's like, oh, looks like we got a problem. He says, I'll be back with intel.
problem.
A few days later, but oh, what's going to happen here? Only time will tell here. Meanwhile, though, Felipe comes home. Jimenez is waiting on him, basically explains to him that Easy's deal is all over, essentially. Easy then arrives, but as this is going down, Alvarez arrives. Then we get like a transition of where we think, oh no.
Yeah, Easy thinks Alvarez is there to put down Mr. Mayhem or Mr. Kazasoki or whatever it's Kazasots. Did I say that right?
Yeah, Camasots.
Camasots.
See, would there ever be a scenario where a prospect would meet Mr. Mayhem? It'd be a bit weird, huh? It's never happened before, like. But I guess this would be it, like, if it was found out, essentially. But Easy refuses to run.
Maybe you just get killed. Maybe you don't get.
I know.
Mayhem. Maybe you just get killed.
Yeah, because you're not an actual member. No, that's a bit weird. But basically, Emily doesn't give in. Neither does Miguel. Basically, both tell Potter to go fuck themselves, and then he basically watches from afar while he's like sipping on his like chocolate drink. Emily also discovers that Easy is in fact an informant at this stage. We cut back to the clubhouse. Easy acting a bit weird because he thought he was going to get jobbed out, but he basically needs to change something on Alvarez's bike. Angel. See, I even sums it up here, right? See, in this website, the review of the episode, it says Angel and the Rogue Mayan are having a cage fight. It just shows you at this point, they didn't even know what fucking his name was. Is that not embarrassing?
The Rogue Mayan?
That's what it says. Aye, because he's doing stuff by himself. That's just fucking episode 8 on a thing that actually gives you a full description of the episode. They don't even know Riz's name. Mad. Anyway, Riz get completely jobbed out by these two, right? He confront the Angel after, and then Coco and Gilly back Angel up, despite the fact about 4 seconds before this they were completely slavering to him.
Yeah, 4 seconds ago they thought that was shite what you done to Riz.
And then all of a sudden it was good. Like, I know you could say, oh, they're doing it.
Stick together, like, put a front on,
but that makes it more suspicious that they're in their own clique. Surely if they were like, yeah, Angel, that was a wee bit unright, like, I mean, maybe that could... Anyway, who knows what's going on. Emily and Galindo return home. Potter sipping on his chocolate milk, and then he sees Easy on a document. Oh, what is going on here? Meanwhile, Nestor, he meets with Bishop. Well, no Bishop, the Bishop, We'll help you flush it. I delete it. Dun, 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 dun. Meanwhile, though, Easy and Angel have been tasked with moving the dead body. They move it into the back of the truck they're driving. The tail light is out. The police pull them over. Oh, but it's Frankie. Turns out there's another guy with Frankie.
I'm no Frankie, I'm Stevie.
Ah,
Still game reference in case anyone got it.
Stevie.
I'm no Frankie.
Right. And the guy he's with, right, flashes like his wee light. And the Angel just starts on him.
Yeah, I mean...
And I bet you if Angel doesn't do this,
dead body in the trunk. You should try and play it cool. Some new guy flashes the light on Angel, and Angel, what happened to you? Same shit's gonna happen to you. Don't get that fucking light off my face. And then this leads to the guy eventually checking the trunk. And yeah, we've got some. Who's a big fat dead bitch?
What? Remember last scene? Hank goes when they got pulled over. Don't give them a reason to search. I remember he said that. So an episode later, that's out the window.
But he's a fucking horrible guy for, you know what I mean, distracting the police and shit. Whoa.
Stupid. And then basically he opens the body. They find that they're under arrest. Oh fuck. Right. Very stupid for these two. I mean, one, the taillight's broken. Two, you completely give them a reason to search. It's just Mongols at the finest thing. Riz gets shafted. For an Angel point of view, he absolutely sucked this episode.
He was an arsehole.
Potter was great. Miguel and Emily are free. And, yeah, there was no Adelita, which was great. So what do you make of that? I think this episode...
No, I like this episode.
I'll give it a 7.
I'm going to get a 7, but I feel like it was good. Like I think a 7's fair.
Yeah. Maybe a 7.5 could be it, but one of us need to give an 8 for that, and we're not getting it. We're not getting an 8, guys. Anyway, though.
What I was going to say is, though, if a 7 wasn't available...
I'd give an 8.
Aye, but it is. It's getting a 7.
Woo! It's available. Anyway, guys, Riz looks fucking depressed. He's just been thrown out. Anyway, till next time. 2 episodes to go. Who's the killer?
You want to bet your top rocker on that prospect? What? Right.
Unless you grow tits. Anyway, till next time.
Peace.
Mm-hmm.